without his father, and delighted with himself. He's come face to face with his own, I suppose, his own innocence, and yet he wants to push to the next experience. And I suppose for me, having brought up teenagers, I think many of them often are caught between the cradle of childhood and the sidecar of adulthood. When they don't ask, are we there yet? But instead they ask, do I really have to go with you? This is the extract. It was nice to sit in the bus and appreciate the cool breeze of the early evening. Monica sat next to him, holding 2 small pots of flowers. Her mother managed to end up sitting next to a man carrying a large cage with a young eagle in it. The eagle screeched wildly every time the bus jolted heavily on the road. The man tried to calm the eagle while whistling and pushing small pieces of card through the bars of the cage. Carlos leaned across the centre of the bus to see the young eagle better. He had never been so close to one before. Is he dangerous? He's a little villain. The man held out his hand to Carlos and gripped the cage tightly with his other hand. For a moment Carlos thought he was about to greet him with a handshake, until he saw the man's index finger bandaged up. If I hadn't looked after this little villain so much, I'd have a good mind to throw him off the nearest cliff when I get to the mountains. This little feathered beggar has the mind of a tiger with the courage of a cat. Please don't throw him off a cliff top. He's probably just scared, but separated from his mother. Carlos got up from the seat and peered closer into the cage. He's just a menace. This is the 3rd time I've taken him into the mountains and tried to release him. It's been going on now for 3 whole weeks since I picked him up by the side of the road. I should have just left him there. The man shoved the cage over to Carlos. But what can I do with him? Before he could do anything, Carlos found himself in the cage, sitting on his lap, and the young eagle still screeching away. Get him to fly off the highest ledge in the mountains you can find. He's got too attracted to me. Just keeps coming back every time I let him out. Again and again. I'm sick of it. The man sat back down in his seat, bolt upright, with his arms tightly folded, staring straight ahead. Carlos looked at Monica, sitting next to him. She was giggling away at him. You asked for it, silly. No, I didn't, snapped Carlos. Carlos wondered how a wild young eagle could possibly become attached to such a grumpy and disagreeable man. What's your father going to think when you get home with that scrawny thing? Monica continued to giggle at Carlos. Shut up, Monica, stop laughing. I need to think a bit. She suddenly fell silent, and although he dared not look straight ahead at her in the seat next to him, he could tell he was soaking and staring out the window of the bus. He felt bad. He didn't want things to be like this. They had talked, laughed, dreamed, and played all day, and he did not want things to end this way. He would soon have to get off the bus at his stop, and he wanted every moment of his time with her to be joyful. Would you help me release the eagle? Monica looked at him intently for a few moments. She wanted to be with this boy with all her heart, but she knew they could not be together for now. The bus journey would soon separate them. Carlos would get off at his stop and go into the mountains before nightfall to release the eagle. She and her mother would remain on the bus until they reached their home by the coast. She longed for the journey to begin again, so she might feel the magic and excitement she had felt about Carlos that morning. Now they were happy. Now they were unhappy together, and she knew they would both be unhappy apart. She would think about Carlos when they were not together, laughing, talking, all that day, and for a while this might be enough, but sooner or later a time would come when her heart would ache to meet him again. You know I can't. I have to go with my mother. I know the eagle will fly for you, Carlos. He will put his trust in you. You were old enough to go into the market on your own for your father. The eagle will see your courage and feed on it, and then you will be free and will be happy again.